It's Vino. $1 billion convos with my niggas, what you talking? Suggest you listen up, cause this game don't come too often.
What's good, everybody? DJ TMac here for another great hip-hop conversation.
Yes,
we're going to get into a hip-hop conversation, a wine conversation, a food conversation.
Yes, all of
just
it.
Just whatever comes up. In the house today, we have my man Vino, and we are
Vino
here at Canna Wine Bar in Denver, Colorado. What's good, Vino?
Hey, man. How you doing, my man? How you doing?
I am great, man. It's great to finally be here, sit down with you. It took a while for us to get our schedules aligned, but we're here.
Great things take time, man. You know, and I'm just happy that, you know, we finally made it happen and we sitting down. We at Canna Wine Bar in Denver, Colorado off Broadway, you know, live and direct. But yeah, special moment, man. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Let's go. Denver's got a lot of cool stuff happening. And, you know, I just mentioned you. I've been here for about a year now, getting more into the scene, seeing what's going on, checking it out, and I'm really liking what I see.
Hey, thank you.
So you are a hip-hop artist.
Correct.
Out of Denver, Colorado. Hip-hop artist, host of Wine Wednesdays. He does interviews. He does events. Also a winemaker. I mean, we have a bottle of Vitorio right here.
Yes, sir. Leigh Harvest Infidel. Good stuff, man. This is my heavy hitter. This one... yeah, is the best seller, literally. People love this one. Pretty much, it's like it has like it's berry forward. You know, it's very fruit forward. It has like a little dry tannins to it. You know, like an oak taste, like a little bitterness, but it kind of finishes off on a sweet note. You know what I'm saying? So it's very neutral wine, and yeah, people love it a lot, you know, because you always have those ones that are like, oh, I don't like wine that's like too bitter, or like, I don't want something that's like too sweet, you know. I don't really like sweet wines either. I'm not a fan of like port wines, but this one really does the trick. I haven't got any bad reviews from this particular wine. But I got a Merlot that I'm a fan of, my Merlot, Pinot Noir, because those are like neutrals to me, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I do love Cabernet Sauvignon. We have that as well. But that's like a little heavier, robust wine, like full body wine. You're definitely gonna, you know, feel that one. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, man, just, you know, experimenting in the wine world, getting into it, you know. But so far, I'm enjoying it, man.
I was gonna save it for later in the conversation, but let's just get into it right now. The wine. How did you get into it? It's a very unique thing for a hip-hop artist to have, for who's an independent hip-hop artist, I would say. You know, the major people, Snoop's got E40. You know, once you get to that level, everybody's got their own kind of liquor or whatever. Yeah. But it's pretty unique for an independent artist to have his own wine. And you just mentioned a few different types of wines. Yeah. Get into it. How did you kind of start in winemaking?
I am not a fan of hard alcohol. I don't drink really at all anyway, but I like, if it's like celebratory, I will, you know, or occasion like this where it's like monumental and, you know, important, I'll drink. But I've never been a fan of like hard liquor. That's never really been my thing. And it was my godmother that got me onto wine, actually. She was just like, because my mother doesn't drink at all. My godmom, she was all like, Tori, try some wine. Like, you'll probably enjoy it. This is what I drink if you want to replace like the hard alcohol. And then I was just all like, all right, I'll try it, you know. And like, I had tried wine before, but the wine I tried I didn't like for some odd reason before. But when she like really put me onto it, I was all like, yo, this is actually like pretty good. And the wine she got me that like made me a fan of wine, it's like cheap wine too. It's Gallo family. I had their cab, and I was like, yo, this is actually like, I like wine. I like how it makes me feel. So I was all like, yo, I'm gonna just like dive into wine a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And then me and the guys, we were always having like game night. And stuff like that. We'll have women over and, you know, sip wine a lot. And just one night I was just like, I'm going to start something called Wine Wednesday with Vino. And basically it started as like a podcast, and I'm a ladies man. I love women, so I was
we can hear that in the music. We hear that for sure.
So I was like, let me make something that's like authentically me, you know what I'm saying? At the time, you know, I was doing music, but I was struggling with identity, you know, like branding's important if you're an artist, and I needed something that I can like attach to that would be me without like me acting or like making up anything. I wanted to be like organically me. So
Authentic,
I was like, let me do the wine, mix it with like doing, you know, interviews with women. Because if you watch like the Wine Wednesday episodes, it's very much like a date type vibe. We might have like some food, my wine or some type of wine. I'll give like some facts about the wine. I'll ask the guest how she liked it. And usually the guests are like women of just different walks of life and crafts. Like I had Crystal Powell, amazing fashion designer. Kendall, she's an R&B singer. I had this chef by the name of Diana. She's incredible. Haley Jones, she has her own brand. It's called H that she does. So she's a fashion designer and stylist, you know. So, you know, was just building up, interviewing and just like seeing, you know, what was going on with them. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to put a bunch of nuances with Wine Wednesday with Vino. I wanted to like get people in the mood to date again and actually be like in the moment and asking questions, you know, trying to give that nuance and vibe. And really just see what, you know, is going on with, you know, whoever my guest was. Seeing like what got them into their craft, you know, why do they do it? What's their purpose? What drives them? We even talk about discussions of like, what is it? Like I'll ask them like, how do you feel as a woman in today's world? You know what I'm saying? And ask some questions like, you know,
getting their real insight.
Real insight of like, how do they feel coming up in today, you know, as a woman? Because, you know, there's a lot going on with like abortion and like women's rights and all that type of stuff.
A lot of crazy stuff happening.
Yeah. So I wanted to allow them to have a platform where they can like share their story authentically and organically. You know, and kind of like I said, give dating essence, but you know, it's all good, it's all love, it's all friendship, but you know, just give those nuances off, and then kind of stuck with it, and then turned it into an event. I was like, I want to bring people out where they can get a feel of what's going on, get a feel of me. And that's another reason why I started the Wine Wednesday with Vino YouTube show. Was I wanted the fans to have something where they can like hear from me direct, that I own, you know, the platform, instead of like going to like, you know, you always hear about like artists going to like these magazines or like blogs or like companies, media companies, and like sometimes they'll switch up the story to like, you know, get
twist
clicks.
the words,
exactly.
Or just quote, cut out a certain quote.
You feel me? So I wanted to own platform. I think that's important these days, is owning the platform, and I wanted people to have a space where they can come and see me authentically and like me being me.
Yeah.
And that's what. And then I brought them out to the event because I wanted like my real fans to get like a feel of like the essence I provide. You know, from. Because at my wine events, you know, it's like wine pairing. So we'll do like a 4-course wine pairing with food. I'll have like live painting, and you can buy the art from, you know, the artists who do the live painting. I'll have like live band, usually like some R&B singers, and I'll close out. Because that's me. I'm into culinary too. Like I love cooking. I love to chef. Music is just, of course, like my main thing. So that's what I run with. But yeah, I literally just was like, what can I do to showcase myself in an organic, real way? And I just like started doing the Wine Wednesday, started collabing with restaurants, and it's all the stuff I love: food, art, music. Like, what's better than that?
That's awesome, man. I was going to ask how it all came together, but you really just kind of explained it right there. It's all things that you're passionate about, and just wanted to bring that passion forward and to the people.
Yeah,
you know, showing your real, authentic, like true self.
Yes.
That's cool, man. Mixing of music, food, conversations with TMac. You know, that's all part of it. You know, we're gonna get into the food later too.
Yep.
Something I noticed being out here is that Colorado has a huge like craft beer culture.
Yeah, it
Tons
does.
of breweries and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, we're here at a wine bar. You have your own wine. Talk about sort of like the beer culture versus, not necessarily versus, but on the, beer culture and then the wine culture here in Denver, because that's not really something that I even thought of.
Yeah. So, like you said, the beer culture definitely runs rapid here. From like the Keystone to the Coors. It's funny because my granddad actually worked at Coors for like 40 years.
Wow.
So it runs very deep in Colorado. And that's also another reason why I had got into wine. Because when you think of wine, it's like you always kind of think of it as an older thing. You know what I'm saying?
More classy,
upscale. And I wanted to broaden the bandwidth of who intakes wine,
and
make it more for the youth. And it is becoming popular with the youth, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like they're definitely getting more into it. Wine bars are popping all over. This one,
shout out Canna Wine Bar.
Yeah.
This place is really dope.
God,
a lot
yes.
of good art all around and
dope art, dope vibes. I just love what the wine bars are really bringing. Even if you go to Barcelona Wine Bar, they have just a very like calm vibe, dim lighting. You know what I'm saying? It's very Renaissance feel. So that's what I love about the Denver wine bar scene. You know what I'm saying? Like each wine bar that I have went to provides just like an exquisite aesthetic like that I love. You know what I'm saying? And I can see that it's really having the youth like be more interested in like that's
something that will like get them to come in or stick around
and resonate.
Yeah.
So I love it, man. I love it. I think Denver specifically is doing a great job. Like I said, the beer culture has been running it. You know what I'm saying? And shouts out to them. I'm not a big beer fan, but shouts out to them. They got breweries in Boulder, all types of stuff. Like they've been definitely handling their business, and it's a process too. Like I've been to some breweries and seeing the process and how it's made. It's very similar. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I have respect for it. I definitely have respect for it. I just want to see like they've been doing that. So I really want to represent the wine, and stand behind people like Canna Wine Bar and Barcelona Wine Bar, and they have thousands, man. They have thousands out here. But it's bubbling up quietly. I'm just here to represent as well.
Absolutely, we're getting this scene more exposed. We gotta expose more people to this. I like this vibe. I'm gonna have to bring my girl here next week or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you definitely got to bring your girl here. That's what I do. And like I said, I'm a ladies man. I've actually, the first time I came here, like this is my second time here, but the first time I came here, I actually brought a lady I was talking to. We had a great time. We was actually in the back patio, getting mad drunk off wine.
Nice.
Shout out Jordan Serrata. I know you remember this.
Shout out. Dope. So a question that just came in my head, what was your first experience making wine? Did it all kind of go according to plan, or was there like a lot of like hurdles and things that happened along the way that you didn't expect for you to finally like sort of get to this point? What was that first experience in making wine like?
It was honestly good from get-go. So how I even started getting my bottles going, so the first place I did my wine event at, Balustrade Vineyard, I just built a crazy relationship with them. I did a wine event there, sold out. It was a great time. We did a wine tasting there where you got to taste like a variety of wines. That's something that they offer too up at Balustrade. But when I did the event, they were all like, yo, would you like for us to like make you a wine and for you to have bottles and stuff like that? I was just all like, yeah, I would love that. Like, let's do it.
Wow, so they came to you with the idea.
Yeah, about
that's
the whole...
something I wouldn't think of. I'd be like, this guy's got his own wine. Like, it was his thing that he wanted to do. But that's interesting.
I mean, we both kind of came together. I'll give us both credit. But yeah, it was like a mutual thing because I was already doing an event. And, they're a whole vineyard. And they were like, yo... yo, since you're doing an event, you know what I'm saying, would you like for us to like start making your wine? And I was like,
cool.
Yeah, for sure. So we did the first event. The bottle came with like within the ticket. It's, and I had something going on because like this is my white and black label, but I had like a gold and black label basically. So when they like at the end of the show, they came out and they were handing people their bottles, but a lot of them had like the white and black label. But if you had the black and gold label bottle, then you won one of the portraits that the artist did and stuff like that. So that's how I kind of shook it up. And that's when I was doing my Cabernet Sauvignon. But now my business partner, he goes, his name is Prashimik Lot, and he's been making wine since he was a youth, like a kid.
Okay.
Him and his mom were doing it. He kind of seen what I was doing, and then he was like, yo, you want to like go into business together? And he's like, I just bought a plot of land, about 40 to 50 acres, and I want to like carve out 15 to 20 and start a vineyard with you. Would you want to do that? And I'm like, yeah. So that actually went in full effect this year. So now we're just building a whole vineyard from scratch.
Dang, that's crazy. That's really cool.
Yeah, man. Thank you. And that is a tough process. You know what I'm saying? Getting all the stuff needed, you know, to do it. Prashimik's been holding it down though. Like he knows how to do it really well.
Yeah, professional.
He's good. He's great at what he does. So I'm not worried. But we have had our few bumps. You know what I'm saying? Just because like you're dealing with like, all right, getting all the materials for it. Then like, all right, picking out like the grapes and the vines and like, you know, tasting that to make sure like what you're growing is gonna be okay.
That's what you want.
Picking out the soil. Like the soil goes into it. The fact that we're in Colorado, you know, that also goes into it too.
Weatherizing.
You know, like, it's a tedious process, but it's all worth it. You know, I wouldn't be doing anything else. You know, I love it. I love it. It's like it gives me something to do. It's a challenge, and I love challenges.
Cool, man. That's cool. I mentioned earlier I'm from Long Island, and out on the East End, there's actually a ton of wineries out there. Mm-hmm. So I've been out there doing some wine tasting and stuff like that. It's a good vibe, man.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, man. It's
cool.
I love it. I love wine culture. I love the, you know, the energy around it, the people in it. It's definitely a craft in itself, and that's why I love it. It's almost like music, you know. There's just layers to it. There's layers to it. And I resonate with that, you know. And like I said, I love challenges. I love like dipping into stuff, and I'm still learning. You know what I'm saying? I do know a good amount of information about wine. I'm not a sommelier yet. It's coming. But I'm still learning. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I like try to convey even to people is all like, yeah, I do know my information, but it's like I want you watching because I'm learning with you.
There's
like,
always some more to learn.
There's always so much to learn. You know what I'm saying? Even when you think you know it all, it's just like, there's more that comes with it, you know? So I'm just a sponge. And like I said, I love it. I've been having a blast with it. So just continuous on that wave, you know.
Cool, man. Cool. So for the guys who aren't too familiar with wine, and you know you're taking your girl, you're seeing this interview, you want to take your girl out to a wine bar. What is like some like tricks or tips that you could give them about maybe picking a wine or knowing? I know like looking at the cork, you know, people smell it. Do like the little gargle technique. There's a whole lot going on. Any tips or tricks you could give the fellas out here?
I would just, any tips I can give somebody about wine. I always say first, just experiment. Try different shit. You know, I say try a lot of wine first just because you have to like start training your palate for what you like. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, like some people, because all the twirls and all that, that's just like checking, okay, you know, the lines down is just checking the alcohol content, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. And then when you smell it, you're just getting like the aromas to see like, you know, what kind of nodes are in there, and like and then when you taste it and swirl it, it's like, all right, you're trying to taste for the tannins and stuff like that. But just try everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, see what your palate likes. Because if you go like Cabernet Sauvignon or like a Malbec, like, you're in for the full body wine. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get something that's like pretty loaded. If you put... this is a cab, but if you put it towards the light, you see that it's not really translucent. You can't see through it. It's like very dark. That, you know, that's a trick that like lets you know like it's a thick wine. You know what I'm saying? And it might be on like the drier tannin side because it's been aging and stuff like that. Usually your like Pinot Noirs and like some of your Merlots, if you put it to the light, you can see through it. You know what I'm saying? But it's your lighter wine. It's like your more fruitful wine and stuff like that, berry and cherry forward and stuff like that. And then, you know, you got your port wines, and those are usually like the sweeter ones that you have with dessert. I can't do it because I'm all like, it's a dessert itself to me. You know what I'm saying?
Super sweet, like so a white Zinfandel.
Yeah,
something like that, right?
I'm like, it's like the last thing I want with, you know, dessert is some more sweet dessert drink. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just try, play around with it. There's so many wines grown differently, different soils, different vines, you know, all that. So just play around with that, and just really get a hold of like, you know, a direction where you know, and like I said, try Riesling, you know, go to the whites, try Merlot, you know, just go crazy with it. Because once you go in each category, then you'll start to know like, okay, I don't like Riesling that much. Like, those wines have like a distinct taste, you know what I'm saying? Or you're like, I might not like a Cab or a Malbec because those are a little too dry and full body, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I like a Merlot, you know, so... Yeah, just go crazy with this shit.
All right.
It's a fun process. You can't really go wrong of what you like, you know. It's
Sure,
just like,
yeah. You got to find it.
Scoping it. Yeah. But if you have had wine, and like if you don't like sweet, like I said, you know, go more towards the Malbec. Go up, you know what I'm saying? But if you don't like it dry, then go down, you know what I'm saying? And go to the lighter wines, you know. So, just play around with it.
Find what you like, people. Find what you like. Comment below with your favorite wine. Do you have a favorite wine? A favorite type?
Besides my own wine, my favorite wine is Sebastiani. It's a Cabernet Sauvignon. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's cheap too. It's like $15 a bottle.
We're really gonna be on the lookout for that.
Yeah. Sebastiani is a great wine. There really hasn't been one that really has did it for me besides that one. I'm trying to think. They have this white wine called Sleeper that was pretty good. It has like just apple textures to it. Very light, very crisp, buttery, you know what I'm saying? Not dry really at all. But yeah, I'm gonna have to say Sebastiani is the one
I'll come back to you and let you know my thoughts on that, all right? So let's get into your relationship with the Musalini. That's how you initially came on my radar.
Oh, really? Okay.
Mo Better Blues. He posted that when it came out, and I was like, he's on a song with a trumpet player now. You know, I see the artwork. I'm dang, all right, he's really doing like this jazzy like art shit. But you know, then I seen it was Vitorio, and I got, you know, more into your catalog and stuff like that.
Yes.
So talk about your relationship with Musalini. How did that sort of come about?
First of all, shout out Musalini, shout out News,
shout out Moose
Entertainment,
News,
Bates, O Finess, that's my guy, Blanco, Eddie James, all them guys, man. So how I got connected with Musalini was my boy Funk Shway, actually.
Shout out Funk.
Yeah, Funk's my dude. It's crazy because I remember first meeting Funk. I think it was like a year or two ago or some shit. That shit, he's like my brother, literally. It's crazy because he's a producer. We've never even like made a song yet. I remember when I first met him, I went to his crib because my brother told me about him. I don't know how him and my brother like know each other, but I don't even think they met. My brother one day was like, yo, there's this dude named James, like you should link with him. He does like art and fashion and a lot of shit I was into, music. He produces, so I checked out his page and like he was just a fly kid, like a fly fucking kid, and he like does like a lot of thrifting and stuff like that. But like the pieces that he's able to like put together and make
together some crazy stuff.
Oh my god, like he's a fly dude. Like I love that. Like when you don't have to spend that much money and you could just put some shit together. And then he rocks like classic pieces. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not what everybody else is wearing. That's what I like. I love Funk just because like he is his own individual and he honestly doesn't give a fuck about like what anybody thinks. Like if he loves it, he's gonna do it, you know. And that's what I admire about him, you know what I'm saying? He's just very forward on like what he has going on, and it's just like he's happy about what he has going on. Like he's not worried about like outside shit, you know what I'm saying? And that's he's a organic kid, like very how can I explain it? Just natural, just a natural, you know what I'm saying? It just flows. He knows it though. That's my dude.
We've been trying to get him on the channel. It's gonna happen soon.
Funk, we gotta get you up here, man.
We're gonna get him on Conversation with TMac soon.
But yeah, I remember like literally. So I hit him up on IG and was like, "Yo, like I fuck with your style." I showed him what I was doing. He was like, "Yo, we got a link," and I remember linking with him, and it was crazy because we linked on his like front porch. I couldn't go in his house because it was like COVID. It might have been like 2020
COVID season.
Yeah. He was like, yo, like
wow,
like my parents, all that type of stuff. And I was like, oh,
being
no, you're good. Yeah, it was all good, but it was cold as shit that day. I didn't have no jacket.
Dude,
and we talked for literally hours.
Wow.
And I was at the time I was just trying to find people to collaborate with. You know what I'm saying? I was just all like, damn, I want to expand myself. I want to like really start putting myself in position where it's like I'm getting eyes on me. So I linked with Funk, and then he showed me O Finess. So he showed me a video of O Finess, and I was like, bro, what? Like this dude is crazy. Like who is this? And he was like, this is my boy O Finess. I was like, bro, like he's probably my favorite rapper outside of myself from Colorado. Yeah. Literally, like, and then he was showing me a Grand Combo with Blanco and Eddie J, and I was like, bro, these dudes are crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think I had the same reaction when I heard from all of them.
Yeah,
really.
yeah. I was all like, what? And then he showed me what was it? Was it Eagle Feathers? Nah.
I was gonna say it sounds like that was around the No Squares in My Circle time.
Yeah, it was no. Yeah, it was. It was No Squares in My.
And, that kind of dropped.
Yeah, it was No Squares
COVID.
in My Circle. What was that song?
Eagle Feathers was a fire one.
Eagle Feathers. It wasn't Eagle. He showed me Eagle Feathers, but what like sold me on it? No Squares in My Circle. Steve Harvey video. Yeah, that's what. So Funk showed me Steve Harvey with Moose and fucking O Finess, and I was all like, yo, this shit is dope. I want to be a part of it. So I was just all like, yo, tap me in with him, and it took a little minute because I remember I did a show on this rooftop at False Ego, and I was like, Funk, come through so you can do live beat making. That's what I was doing. Yeah, I did a live beat making type thing.
I saw. You know what? I saw photos of the event.
Yep.
I remember seeing photos of people on the rooftop and stuff like that.
Yes, sir. Yep. So I was like, yo, do this live beat making, and then I was like, bring through O Finess, like bring through the squad if you can, like all of them. And then that's when I had met Bates. So then I met Bates, and it was Bates, O Finess. They pulled up to the show, show love, and then what happened? That happened in like May, but then I remember it was like June. And Funk was already talking about moving to New York. I was like, oh, that's perfect. Because he was going to tap in with Moose and all that. Like, he was already connected with him. And I was like, bet. I was all like, you know, put in like a good word for me. Like, let Moose know. Like, I'm trying to fuck with him. He was like, I got you. And then I remember I followed Moose. He actually followed back. And then I was just like commenting on like his shit, like
showing support.
Showing support. Hitting him up on his stories, like, yo, that shit fire. Like, you on some shit, bro? Like, we gotta get on one. Whoop-de whoop. And then how did Mo Better Blues come to life? I think literally I sent him the track. I swear to God, he did that shit in like 30 minutes and sent it back.
Wow.
I swear to God. Like,
he's always in the studio. This guy.
I've literally been in sessions with their whole camp, and those guys put in work. When I tell you, like, they literally will be posted up. It don't matter where, honestly, but they'll have like a computer up, and they'll have like 100 beats. And they'll literally like play that shit over and over and just keep writing. New beat, right to that. They will literally like play beats all fucking night, day, and write to it and then record it. Like, literally, you know what I'm saying? And it was crazy because like it inspired me. I work a little different. I literally have to be inspired. Like, I talk about certain moments in my life, in my music. I'm very transparent. So I just can't, and I want to write something, not to say like they're not, like those guys are heavy hitters, you know what I'm saying? And that's why it inspired me. But like, I need time with my lyrics, you know what I'm saying? I like to kind of,
you said, include like your experiences, really, like something happening, and then that maybe sort of sparks the idea for something.
Exactly. Like, I need real tangibles. I have to be inspired. I have to be like, that's why I travel a lot. That's just into certain things, because it just keeps me inspired, keeps me having something to write about. So seeing that, I was like, whoa, like, that's crazy. And it just depends with me. Like, there are those times where it's like, if I really love the beat, then like I'll write that quick. I'll write it quick, just because it's like,
connects, then
it just connects, it flows. But usually, like, it takes me some time, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say it takes me like mad long, but like, I'm a perfectionist, you know what I'm saying? And like with the verses, it's whatever. Like, I know I got that in the bag, but I always like try to get better and refine my hooks, you know what I'm saying? And make sure that like, I just like to really compose music, you know what I'm saying? Like, from bridges, hooks, all that. You know, I rap, but like, even on this new album that I'm about to drop on the 20th of this month, I'm singing. You know, I have a song that I'm singing on, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say which one, because you guys got to go.
You guys going to have to listen. Vitorio, December 20th, yes. Okay?
It's coming out. I got my self-titled album coming out December 20th.
Yep.
And I'm happy with this one. I really am. This is my first album that I feel like I didn't look outside of myself. So when I made Texture Settings New York, I kind of was like, all right, like, because my favorite artist is Hove. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all like, so I was like thinking in my head, like, oh, what would Hove do? You know what I'm saying? I like
what would Hove do?
So that was like a lot in my head. I fuck with, you know, Drake. I fuck with Kendrick, Cole, Chance. You know, like, I fuck with a lot of artists, you know, but making that album, I was kind of like, oh, what would they do in this instance? You know what I'm saying? Or like, how would they kind of convey this? But this new album, Vitorio, is like literally me. You know what I'm saying? Not to say I still didn't take inspiration from those guys, but really just giving locking in with myself. You know what I'm saying? And just being like, what would you do?
What would Vitorio
you
do?
Feel
what
me?
would Vino do?
What would Vino do? And I feel like I executed. What I did is everybody, because I had like, and I was shocked, and it was truly an honor, but there were mad people who had me as like their like top 5 or number 1 artists.
Like for the year?
For the Spotify wrap up or
Cool.
Apple Music wrap up.
That's pretty dope.
So the album's not all the way done. It's like, I would say 97% finished. There's like a few tweaks that my engineer DeColo is working on right now. Shout out to DeColo. Like, he's literally been putting in countless hours on this project with me. And man, I owe that man. Literally, like he's dope. He's dope, and he really
is he from Colorado?
He is.
Nice.
Yep. Colorado native. He's an engineer. He also makes music himself, and he kills both. I'm honestly shocked that he doesn't like go on Front Street with his music.
Focus more on like putting out his own stuff.
But he's a mogul. He's into a lot of shit. So like, even if he when he does really dive into music, like he's gonna kill that. Like he's just good. Like he's a great, like he's just a skilled man, I would say. I don't even know like what else to say, but he's well crafted, well rounded. You know,
Renaissance man.
Yeah, literally, for real.
Wow.
And he just gets it. Like it was like when we got in the studio, it was easy. It wasn't like. I've been in the studio with a lot of people, a lot of engineers. It's hard. You know, it's hard finding that one. And when I locked in with DeColo, it was easy. And we just locked in, like, literally this year because my brother Carter, the producer, he was the one who was, like, producing a lot of my tracks and also engineering a lot of my tracks. Him and my other brother, Vontae produces a lot of work with me as well. They moved to Atlanta, and we had our own studio live on Broadway, and then they moved, and we had to close it down. And then, you know, DeColo was already up at the studio, so we just made that transition.
Got you.
And Carter still, like, engineers my music. It's just, like, DeColo kind of finishes it off and, like, adds what he feels like needs to be added. Just to give Carter more space in the producer realm as far as like just co-creating the songs and stuff like that. But DeColo does that too. Like I'm telling you, my team spoils me. Shout out to Second Self too.
Yep.
My boy Second Self, dope. He's the one that produced Times Square Flows, How I Feel,
Table Talk.
Yes,
on the new Musalini
on the new Musalini track, he's produced Table Talk. We just been going to work, man. Honestly, on Vitorio though, he has like the last song, but it's like one of my favorites. It's called Heaven or Hell. Can't wait for you guys to hear this shit. I swear, like this shit is really good. He was more on Times Square Flow. I mean, I'm tripping. Texture Settings NYC. This one, he has one track. It was crazy because we had multiple tracks on this album that Second Self produced. It's just that some of the features that we were like hoping to get, we couldn't lock them in time. So they're still coming. They just won't make this project necessarily.
Songs are still around. They're not going nowhere.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere. It's
Good,
just that
good.
we just had to kind of like improvise and like do some other things. But it's still going to be a crazy body of work. This album, I tapped in with my boy Don D, the producer down in Miami. I met him going to Morehouse. But he's on there and he's going crazy, producing a lot of stuff with Rich Homie Quan, Major 9, wow. Rick Ross, who else? Lakea from QC, JT from City Girls. Like he's been going crazy, but that's my brother from day one.
Wow, that's awesome.
So we got a track on there that's featuring this phenomenal artist. She goes by the name of Bunny Lou. That's my baby. Hey, she's dope. She's resides out in Chicago. She kills it. What else?
Yeah, you made a post yesterday about all the features on the project, showing like a little clip of all their music. Yeah, that's dope, man. That's
thank
cool.
you, man. Yeah, I want to. I always I show love. I want to spread light. Because I got Hood Tally feature. He's coming up heavy.
Are most of the artists from Colorado, or are they sort of
actually
spread out?
None of them are.
Okay.
I think The only one that is from Colorado maybe is Ivy Jones, but I actually think she's from Texas.
Okay.
And she resides in Texas right now. She's a dope talent. I love Ivy. She kills it every time. Crazy writer. The track we have on there, Timeless, probably my favorite record on there. Then I have, like I said, Tally's on there. Tally's from Philadelphia. He's blowing up as well. Like Meek Mill is shouting him out. He's getting good buzz. My boy Phil, that's my big brother. We went to high school together. He's not from here. I forgot where Phil's from. I believe he said, I don't even want to butcher it. I'm not even going to butcher it, Phil. But I know he's not like born in Denver, but he like was kind of raised here. Okay. We went to high school together, and he's been just like a bigger brother always. And that's it. Lady Los. Lady Los is on there. She's from Denver. Lady Los is fire.
I'll have to get up with
probably
Lady Los.
The best, to me personally, the best singer in Colorado.
Okay.
She has soul. Like it is crazy. Well, okay, so there's there's 3 singers in Colorado that I like love. It's Lady Los, Paula, Rebecca Hart. Those 3, like, they're fire.
I'm gonna have to tap in.
You gotta tap in, man.
Okay.
They crazy talent. But Lady Los, she got it. Paula, all of them, all 3 are crazy. I seen all 3 of them perform at a show, and they literally like took my breath away.
Wow.
Swear to God.
Wow.
Especially Paula Hunt, like she can perform her ass off, like literally.
Yeah, there's a lot of like local shows around here. I've been going to a few of them, getting connected to more people around here, and it's cool to see all the talent out here in Colorado. There's a lot of talent. I've been posting about it because everybody that I interview from out here says, "Yo, there's a lot of talent out here," and you know that's what we're trying to showcase here on Conversation with TMac. Vino in the building.
In the fucking building is Vino.
So we talked about, your new project, a good amount there. You give us some good insight, more your true self. What would Vino do?
Yes,
right.
Yes.
But let's talk about Textured Settings a little bit. Is that your debut album? Would you consider it, or is that like your first project that's officially out there?
See, I don't like calling it an album. Even Vitorio that I'm dropping December 20th. I don't like calling them albums. I feel like when you call them an album, it puts like unneeded pressure on it. I just call them bodies of work. Yeah, it's just like a body of work. Like it is an album essentially, I guess. But it's just a body of work. It's just where a time capsule.
A timepiece.
It's where I'm at. It's where I'm at in life. Like I really do this for me. You know what I'm saying? It's not to like really gain of anything. Like I said, I'm in healthcare. I own assisted livings and stuff like that as well. So I'm good. Like I need music because I love music, but I don't like
as like an outlet.
Yeah, it's really
more
just
than trying to get popping off music.
Yeah. It's just I'm authentically me. I just, like I said, if I can't be me, I won't do it. If I gotta force something, I won't do it. Texture Settings. I wouldn't say it's not my first project. I've had a few before that. When I got out of high school, I dropped this project on SoundCloud called Cold. And it was like an acronym for like Colorado's only lyrical dictator.
Okay. I mean, hip hop, that's all about the acronyms. TMac, that's an acronym. It's my name, but it's an acronym. That's part of hip hop. So respect.
Yeah. So I dropped that on SoundCloud. I actually have a feature from Phil, my boy. We've been making music since way back, literally high school. So I did that. Then I had this project called Matrix that I dropped. It was available on streaming platforms, but I had got my computer stolen and I didn't like renew it. the album on my TuneCore, I believe it was.
Okay.
So they took it down. But what I kind of do now is like everybody who knows of it or like goes on my page and like scrolls down and like sees the album cover and the songs, like, where is this? I can't find it. Then I'll like email them the tracks personally.
All I have to do is ask him. Damn.
Just ask me. I'll email it to you.
Your
But
boy
it's
went
kind of like a
searching. Go
person.
email.
Yeah, it's like a little personal thing, and it's just
Okay.
like I'll give you actually the actual like whole songs to it. Like you won't even go to Apple Music or nothing.
Word.
You want Matrix? I'll literally give you the MP3s and shoot those to you, and you can personally have those.
Hey, comment below your email, all right? We're going to send those out when it's ready.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
but that's dope, man. You know, I always try to go back and dig through the artist catalog.
Yeah.
And on streaming platforms, it wasn't too much. There's a bunch of singles that started out in like 2018. So one of my
Exactly.
questions is going to be sort of like when you got your start in music. But it sounds like you music's sort of been... You've been involved with it most of your life.
Yeah, most of my life. My uncle BR, Park Hill legend, he's the one that really got me. I mean, I love music from a kid. I remember when like I was literally a youth, and my my mom and my dad, like, you know, I'm raised by my like granny, mama, and aunt, and they're big Michael Jackson fans. And I remember I had like the Michael Jackson shirt. I even have like a Michael Jackson pin. I had the Michael Jackson movie. I had like a little fedora hat. And as a kid, instantly I wanted to be like Michael. I knew I was going to entertain. I knew it. And it's funny because like when I got a little older, like in my elementary, like middle school days, it's funny, my mom tried to get me in modeling, and I was shy as shit. I was
Not about it.
I was super shy. Like it was weird. It was weird. And then like it just changed, but I don't know, like it was wild. But yes, I was into music. But my uncle, BR from Park Hill, he got me into music. I remember he had me in the studio at a young age, was having me write raps young. Like, you need to have this ready. He would even write me raps. And he went pretty far too. Like he was working with Big Y. He had like a development deal with Sony, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. Like yeah, like he did a lot for the city, and yeah, he just always had me under his wing, you know what I'm saying. And a lot of his homies in the neighborhood, like they always pushed me. Like his partner Fat Rat, rest in peace, he was like an uncle to me. My uncle Ty Bud, rest in peace, you know what I'm saying. Like all these dudes, yeah, just had me in the studio young, you know, and they're like, they lived a certain life, you know, gang members and stuff like that, but they were always like stand-up guys to me, you know, and they was always nice and cool to me. And it was like, oh, this little dude, like, let's get him in the studio.
Little homie.
Yeah, exactly. So very young, I was just like, I seen a lot, but they always like kept me, you know, safe ultimately, you know what I'm saying. Nothing crazy happened to me. I have seen some wild shit, but for the most part, you know, it's been all love. You know, that's been my family. I'm from the neighborhood, so it's like these are all like, this is my block, you know. So yeah, they just put me in the studio early, and I fell in love with it, and kind of just took it from there, honestly.
Interesting. All right, so that's sort of your start in music, and how you got, you know, and the start. Let's talk about more about textured settings. So you talked about Hove and like Drake being a big influence. That's literally what I have written down here in my notes.
Yeah.
You know, I think your voice just number one gives off a little bit of a Hove feel.
People say that. People
And
like, you sound just like Jay-Z. And I'm like, I get that so much.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I don't try.
Like literally, I'm just talking about strictly your voice. Like if you were just talking, like in the interview, people, not that they're gonna confuse me interviewing Jay-Z right now, but like I showed you to some of my friends, and you know, through a friend of a friend, they're like, oh, is that like a young Jay-Z? Like, you know what I mean? Strictly off his sound, but also, you know, a little bit of the content, subject matter. It's like, is good raps, you know what I mean?
Thank
like
you,
so that's what Jay-Z brought, is like good raps, flows. a unique quality, and that's what you bring for sure.
Thank you.
So I'm taking a quote from your website here about Textured Settings. All right.
Okay.
Textured Settings NYC is an artistic compilation of various aesthetics expressed through fashion, music, culinary experiences, architecture, and city culture.
Yes.
It is a vessel for expressing how the community and culture of NYC has inspired not only I, but the world.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I've never heard an album, somebody kind of sum up their album in that way.
And that's why, kind of going back to why I don't call them albums, because like Texture Settings is I'm like turning it into an event-based thing, kind of a backing support of my Wine Wednesday, upscale luxury type things. So when I was making Texture Settings, it was just a process of me going back and forth from New York, and just like I said, traveling gives me inspiration for my music. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to do that. One, because like, even though now within these past 2 years, I've probably went to New York a billion times, this is my first time to going to New York. You know what I'm saying? Within this past 2 years, I've just been going a fuck ton. But it was my first time, and it was always a thing. Like, I gotta get to NY. I gotta see what it's like. I gotta see like how it feels. Like, I need to feel the city. You know what I'm saying?
Because you had the experience of the city of Denver.
Yeah.
Which is a lot different than New
Way
York City.
Different. And again, I'm from Cali too, kind of. Like, I was raised both from Denver, Los Angeles. So like, I was so West Coast. But like, when you hear me spit, a lot of people literally thought I'm from
sounds East Coast-ish.
Yeah. So I was all like, damn, that's crazy. And don't get me wrong, like, people on the West Coast show me love. You know, they love me in the West for sure. But I was just all like, people were just like, bro, are you from New York? Are you from New York? Like, and I'm like, bro, I haven't even been to New York for you to be saying like, you know, are you from New York? Funny. So I was just all like, yo, I need to go to New York. And by that time, I already had recorded Mo Better Blues. Then we shot the video for that.
It's Vino. I told bitches it's a luxury to fuck with me. She say she gon' hold it down but act uppity. Hopeless romantic, and I'm here like the luck of me. Yeah. But women in my bed still, cause pussy like a mad pill. We can fuck, but please keep the fuckery. I done had enough of these. I remember linking up with Deja at the DoubleTree, right after her shift at the strip club, giving niggas tease. She was just hard to please. A tough upbringing, and the father's what a daughter needs. I was raised to be a man, baby, I gotta lead. Stop tying your attitude with astrology. I need an apology.
And then after that, literally, because when we shot Mo Better Blues, it was crazy because we went up to Quad Studios in NYC and shot some of the video there. And when we did that, like literally, when we were in Quad, we recorded Times Square Flows like that same night. Like literally, like we shot the video. Moose was like, "Yo, like let's record some more shit.
Let's might as well lay some down.
Let's lay some shit down."
Quad Studio, like a legendary studio in NYC, by the way, for those who don't know. Like,
if you haven't been to Quad, you need to go to Quad Studios. Like, you missing out. I've been to like mass studios in New York, but like Quad still like holds it for me, if I'm being honest. But yeah, so he laid that shit down, and again, quick as fuck.
Times Square Flows.
Was
that produced? Who was that producing?
Second Self,
man.
And he
Shout out
wasn't
Second
even
Self.
there.
That
That's a
like,
crazy thing.
Ooh.
Second
You
Self
guys
wasn't.
just had the beat ready.
We had, so when I went out that time, I was with my brother Carter. Carter came with me, and I was just all like, let's play Moose some beats. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always trying to put my team on. You feel me? Especially producers. So I'm all like, maybe they got something he like. You know what I'm saying? But we already knew my boy Second Self was probably going to be the alley for Moose because they specialize in boom bap. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like their lane.
Soulful. Oh.
Yeah, Carter's
The
more
soul flip on that is crazy.
Exactly, man. Like that shit, like he put his foot in that. Shout out Second Self for real.
All the way. Yeah.
He put his foot in that.
That shit knocks once you get to the end of the album.
Instantly. That's what I usually start my shows with is Times Square Flows. But he wasn't even there. And I was like, yo, Carter, play some beats for Moose. And then he was playing some beats. But Carter's more R&B. You know, that's his lane, like R&B soul type thing. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, play some Cam stuff, Second Self. And he was like, all right. So we started playing them beats. And then he heard that Times Square Flows. He's like, this is it. This is it. Yep. I was like, you want to go on it? He's like, yeah. I was like, bet. Because we had booked like 8 hours or something at Quad. So we had mad time. So he's like, bet, let's get it. Let's do it. Fuck it. And I was like, bet. So he was writing. I swear Moose wrote that shit. Moose be breaking records with how fast that nigga be writing his verses. I can't even lie. Like, he's a wizard at it. Like, you know how quick he is. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, for me, I got to like, because I like to be piercing with my, and not, like I said, not to say that he's not, but like
it's different styles.
It's just a different style, but he's a wizard. Like he really he can find it quick. He can find it. With me, it kind of sometimes it takes a little minute. But I was pretty on my toes too. It didn't take me too long to write mine. And yeah, I just laid that shit down, man. We both like wrote it. I went in first, knocked my shit out quick. He went in right after, laid his down, and that was all she wrote.
I'm much bigger, quick to press the issue, call on my militia, but in these times beefing isn't beneficial. Rather be on dates with Crystal, up at Benihana, conversing about the future and running up these commas. She look just like a daddy, but got features of a mama, and she don't like the drama, and I don't like the drama. So maybe one day we can go live life like the Obamas, and on our own resort in the Bahamas. I'm talking about setting foundation, moving with patience, thinking with urgency. OPM is if a nigga committed burglary. My name Vino, if you haven't, your girl heard of me. Yeah.
Two-step in the lamb, hundreds in the duffel bags. Look out for the packs while the fiends double back. Now I got interns all off a rap. They on the Times Square, snow bunnies by the pen.
Then we literally left Quad, and there was so much happening in New York at that time, because like Ninth Wonder was supposed to pull up to the session. It was just like, it was crazy shit. Larry June and his camp was out there. It was wild because I was supposed to link up with them at the Brooklyn Bridge and shit. Because my boy Rel is part of like TFM and be rocking with Larry June and them. Okay. I remember that's when they had even the verses with Fat Joe and Ja Rule, and my partner from Florida that came out and was helping with that. And was trying to get me to go. It was just so much shit happening that night. But we was in Quad recording. That's it.
That's
you know
dope,
what I'm
bro.
saying? There was so much shit to do and go, but me and Moose was just locked in and
Times Square Flows.
Yep, and it was perfect,
That's
bro. It was perfect. And it was wild, bro, because I remember when Kanye dropped his documentary, I don't know if it was like the first or second episode, but it shows like a clip in the room in Quad.
Room.
Yeah, and I was in the same fucking room, and it was wild because there was a chick I was like talking to at the time, and we were sitting watching together. She's like, "Oh my god, babe, like you were there, you was there." Yeah. I was like, "Yeah, Kanye was in there." Yeah, Quad is official. Like if y'all don't know, like Pac got shot there. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Pac. But yeah, like Quad is legendary. It's legendary, bro. Legendary. And the fact that I was like blessed and had the opportunity to lay down Times Square Flows, like that will always be a part of my story. Like I always would be grateful for that.
Staple.
Grateful for Moose. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we're just, like I said, building, man, building.
Man, let's talk about the album more. That sort of rounds out the album. I don't think it's the finishing track, is it? It's pretty close to, I think, How I Feel and then outro.
Yeah, it's how does it go? It's like Vices, and after Vices, No Complaints. Then
we can almost break down like each one of these songs, because I love that you said that, you know, your songs, your recording really comes from experiences. Yeah,
because
you can feel that in every single song.
Oh, thank you, fam.
It's a completely different vibe. What you're talking about is like it's an experience, you know. Vices, no
Yep.
complaints. I mean, no complaints. That's my shit. Like,
Thank you, Brad. Thank you.
like you talked about, you know, working on hooks and stuff like that. The hook on that is like, it's fire.
Thank you,
know?
thank you, man. Yeah, I try, man. I try.
It keeps people in a positive mindset. You know what I mean? Whatever's going on. That's what you're talking about there.
Yeah.
So let me get to Park Talks, which is like you having a conversation with the girl.
Yep.
That's pretty interesting. You've heard tracks where people sort of go back and forth, but this was unique. You did something unique with it.
Try to do something different. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just like to make, and that's why I don't like to call them albums, because it's like I really just make like bodies of work. This compilation is a body of work, and I might just try like, because Park Talks is like, that's kind of me on my spoken word type, you know, spoken word and rap, because
it's literally like you talking to a girl, explaining who you are, what you like, things like that.
Our daily life, you know what I'm saying?
So you wanna be a rapper, huh? I got a whole bunch of one-liner quotes here, but that's like the first one that sticks out.
Yes.
So you want to be a rapper, huh?
I'm like, yeah, but I ain't nothing like them rappers, huh? Then she replied, oh yeah, how you differ? I'm just in it for the art. I feel as if my passion's bigger. Then she said, so you don't rap about the clothes, the cost money and hoes and drugs, talking about you throw. I said, no, I mean, wait, I do, but I talk about it with a purpose and a different point of view. Yes, you feel me?
Come on.
Yeah, man. You like I said, man, I just like to give the people my experience, be authentic to me and my true self. Yeah, man, and that just give me,
So let's get into some more one-liners. Another one of my favorites off the body of work.
Yeah.
$1 billion Conversations.
Oh, I forgot about that. Another one produced by the one and only Second Self. I'm telling you, Texture Settings New York was like a big project for me and Second Self. It was like, it wasn't even necessarily planned for him to be majority on it. It was just kind of like
how it came together.
How it came together, and I felt like it fit the New York vibe, and we just did it. Like I said, this new body of work. We got one on there with Second Self, but it's fire. People love, it's dope. I can't wait for people to hear.
So he produced an unreleased track that has O Finess and Grand Combo on it. I actually was at Live on Broadway one night.
Oh,
I came there when they were recording the video for Dada Man.
Yes. Oh,
so I came in there that night.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I don't think we officially like met or anything. But
I wasn't there.
You were there.
I was
there. You were there. You were. I think you smoked a little too much. Maybe had a little too much red wine.
Yeah, I might have been asleep. Hey, when I'm in the studio, I'll be comfy, especially mine. So I probably was asleep.
Hey, you was mad comfortable, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying?
Damn,
but I met all those guys. Shout out to the producers. I mean, Second Self, Vontae, Carter, all like great guys, really producing great music. But there's an unreleased track that I'm gonna call everybody out on. Where is that track? I saw you guys record it.
Wait, so we all record?
So O Finess and Windsor James, Eddie James, and Blanco, they got on a track.
Okay, huh? Damn, that's crazy. Because we have one in the vault. O Finess and I. Yeah, that shit is hard. Second Self produced that one too. That shit is fire. I think it's about to be on O Finess's next album, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe Cooley High. That one's about to come out soon. Stay on the lookout.
Yeah.
We just spoke with O Finess. He's got a lot of projects coming, so who knows which one that's.
I'm telling you, all them dudes are monsters. I'm telling you, they are writing fanatics. But O Finess is crazy. Like, I'm telling you, I'll say it again. There's no shame in me saying this. O Finess is probably my favorite rapper, besides myself and my uncle and like my side, to come out of Colorado. I say that, like I said, no shame in saying that. Again, I just like dudes who are distinct. O Finess's flow, like, I've never heard anybody rap like that. He has like this, like, it's like a rapid flow. Like, it's almost like a chopper. Like, I
said to him before, it's like laid back, but it's on top of it or in front of it. I was just about to offer you some. Get it, bro?
Yes.
But yes, his flow, O Finess was the first one I heard out of Colorado, for real.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Yeah. Yeah, he's crazy, man. He's crazy. Like I said, like he's distinct. What he be talking about is crazy. He just don't be just talking about whatever. He mentions Colorado a fuck ton in his music, which I love. Like,
throw my ashes over Pikes Peak.
He really puts on for the city, and people are about to wake up, like, regardless.
Yeah, they have to.
Cause like he really be talking that talk, and like I said, there's only him. I'm trying to think, who else do I mess with in the city? I'm telling you, he's probably like my favorite. I be outside. I really don't be in Denver like that. I be in New York, Miami, LA, Toronto. I'm worldwide Vino, you know what I'm saying? I would say this year is the year that I really like really dug into my city, like, and like artists in it. Yeah, O Finess, crazy with the pen. Crazy.
Absolutely.
I can't, like I said, no shame. Shout out Big O. Yeah, inspiration for real. Like, he's very distinct, and he keeps it him. He keeps it organic, and it's just real, bro. It's just real.
Dope. Be on the lookout for that O Finess Vino track. Let's go.
That shit. When y'all hear that,
that's it. Nothing to say. There's nothing to say.
Seriously, I'ma just, when it come out, it come out. I don't even have to say nothing.
Okay.
I don't have to say nothing.
So this quote that I wanted to bring up to you from $1 Billion Conversations, I think it kind of relates to O Finess and you know, kind of what you guys both do.
Yep.
Do it for the impact. Do it for impact and never to impress.
Yes.
Do it for impact, never to impress.
Every time.
That hit me, bro.
Hey, thank you.
Like, what am I really doing my interviews for?
Impact.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's impact.
It's impact, man, and that's what it's about. I feel like people, especially in modern day, with social media, you know, it's a popularity contest. Like I said from the beginning, I'm a man that just stands on my own 2 feet. I'm unapologetically me. I understand I'm not for everybody. I don't want to be for everybody. I put out art for people to relate. That's the reason I got into it. When I was coming up, you know, we didn't always have it. You know, I would go to school and always hear like classmates and shit talk about, oh, I went to Italy, I went to Florida, I went to Disney, you know, whatever. I didn't go to those places on my break. You know, I was at the crib in the neighborhood with the homies. You know what I'm saying? Really getting it. But I make music because I was always like, you know, my mom couldn't afford, you know, and my mom did a lot. Like we definitely went on we went on a cruise and I was just like my mom definitely like gave effort. Like I love the fuck out of my mom, for real. Like that is my right hand, like forever. Like you do something to my mom, you gonna have some problem on your hands. And I know it's cliche, but nah, for real. Like moms is like closest thing to God to me. You feel me?
Shout out to the moms.
Yeah,
for real.
Shout out mom dudes for real. But you know, she couldn't afford it. You know, 3 kids by herself. You feel me? Like, and I was like damn near her partner. You know what I'm saying? Helping her, you know, raise my little brother and sister and shit like that. And I got mad siblings. Like my story is crazy, but I couldn't do that. So I was like, I want to do music because it allows me to travel, and it would be dope to like travel, do a show, and have somebody resonate to what I'm saying. And they're not from where I'm from. Like that means the most to me. Again, the impact, just like really moving people emotionally, like in their soul, and being like, damn, this dude's different. You know what I'm saying? And like he really sticks with me. Like what he's saying, I can relate to, and that's what I do it for. I'm not like, it's not a popularity contest. Like I feel like I already kind of bring it. Like people cling to me. I've just always had that natural like esque of like people wanting to be involved in what I'm doing. But it's because I'm very observant, I'm quiet, and I stick to myself, and I pay attention to me for real. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why people gravitate to me, because like I really look within and not external. Yeah, that's always kind of been, you know, my thing, man. Just enjoying the journey, enjoying the process, constantly refining. I always say I don't take myself seriously. I take what I do serious.
Hold on, listen to that, people. That's a bar right there. That's a bar.
I said I do not take myself serious. I take what I do serious. Because we're constantly refining, we're constantly changing. How I thought, like I'm 27 right now. How I thought when I was 20 is different from now. When I'm 37, it's gonna be different from now. When I'm 47, it's going to be different when I'm 40. So it's like I can't take myself serious. I'm always changing. Like I'm the same person inevitably, of course.
Yeah, you got that through line throughout.
Yeah, but I'm always
different things happen.
Changing opinion, changing outlook, changing this, changing that. All I can do is be intentful in the moment and let that guide me to refine me for the better. That's why it's all like whenever... I'm just very intentful. So whatever I have in task at the moment, I 150% in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if like 10 years from then I might not agree with it. It's just like I got to be intentful for what I'm living in that present moment, because I'm always changing due to the environment and confinements that I'm put in. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I just never want to take myself too serious, because it's a constant buildup. It's a constant refinement. But what I implement and what I do at that time and moment is what's important.
Interesting. I love that. I love that breakdown right there, man.
Thank you.
I love doing these interviews, man, because a lot of these things you guys are letting out, I take in for myself. For real.
Hey, thank you, Brad.
For real. When I was talking to O Finess a couple weeks ago, I was like, damn, he's talking directly to me right now about whatever the subject is. Like, health is wealth or whatever it is.
Yeah, he's big
You're
into
self-changing.
it.
Like,
Even his dieting. How O Finess eats. Like, we talk about that a lot. Like, when I'm with O Finess, we talk about diet. Like, literally, we might talk about some music here and there. We talk about shit going on in the world. You know, it's just organic vibes. But he's real inclined with like dieting and like good shit to eat and like what to eat. Definitely. And I'm the same way. You know what I'm saying? Stand up on the greens. Like I'll make like every day a banana and avocado smoothie with like almond milk and stuff like that. But we'll talk about shit like that. And that's why I fuck with O Finess, because he also puts that type of shit in his raps and what he's eating.
It's in there.
Yeah, bro. So it's just he's just clever. And he just talks about shit he personally goes through. And I relate to it because I eat healthy. And I'm all about that shit as well.
Dope, man. Man. Salute. So let's talk about the outro a little bit. The significance of the outro. So it's called Until We Meet Again.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, who's we? Is that the listener? Is that New York City? Is that the people that you're talking to, that you worked with on the album, that you're sort of discussing it with? Who is the we in this?
It is the listener.
Okay.
It is definitely the listener. With my bodies of work, I like to definitely be in this space with the listener, so they know exactly where I'm at, where I'm going, what's next to come. This new body of work that I have, the intro, is kind of picking up a little bit where it kind of left off. This time I'm like having a conversation at dinner with a lady. I can't give y'all too much. Y'all just gonna have to see on December 20th. But I'm definitely talking to the listener because I love y'all. You know, everybody who gives me a second a day, listening to me, taking me in. You know, I love that. I honor that. You know what I'm saying? I am grateful to even, you know, have them listen to me and want to listen to me. So I really want to make sure each album or body of work or projects or whatever you call it, that I really just give space for the listener and be like, yo, this is where I'm at. And you guys can meet me here, you know?
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, talk about the significance of it. There's not many albums that finish with like a conversation like that. For those who haven't listened, it's a conversation between you and who else?
What we did with that is we're actually all in the studio. So my boy JT produced it. He like made the beat, piano silhouette. And I was in the studio with majority of the people who made the whole project with me. From the videographers, Matt and Mike, my boys out in Boston, to Carter, JT, Vontae was there, and we literally just got a mic and sat around it in the booth. And, you know, I kind of just gave my thanks, gave my inspiration, you know, what went into it, what took place, just kind of giving them like a whole overall view of like how Texture Settings really came to be.
Interesting.
Just so they can know, you know, it's all part of the story. Story is everything. And I just wanted to kind of give them, like, let them know, like, yo, this is what I kind of went through. This is where I'm going. This is what I look to do within, you know, this industry of entertainment. And this is how I want to set stride for myself.
Yeah. You also talked about the momentum leading into the next thing. Which is, it's cool. You know, you just said it kind of picks off from there. You know, you're talking about bringing in the momentum in. You know, we talked about sort of what to expect from the next project, more true you, which is interesting. Man, I'm just looking forward to it. But yeah, I just had some questions about the outro and sort of the significance, why you wanted to include that on the album, because artists talking at the end of albums is pretty rare. A few that I just know of is like, I know Quincy Jones has talked at the end of some albums to explain it.
And he's an inspiration of mine. It's really inspiration. I know, like you said, Quincy Jones. I know Drake had some on
Selena's brother. At the end of one of her albums was talking about it, because he's like the producer. I know you mentioned Selena. Something like Selena in one of the albums. She was bring up Selena.
It's inspiration. It's inspiration. You know, I take from the greats. I think, like I said, with Texture Settings, I was, you know, taking inspiration from like Hove, Drake, and like a lot of people. But I think specifically, when I did the outro, I was listening to Comeback Season by Drake. It was like his second body of work that he did. Or was it? No, okay, so yeah, I was listening to Comeback Season, and I was listening to So Far Gone by Drake. And then he had early projects by the boy. And he had like some little like conversational interludes. He had like, you know, and I was just like, that would be kind of dope to like put that into my artistry. Like that's something I would want as well. And then like, you know, cause like if you look at old hip hop albums too, like a lot of artists have skits in them.
Skits is a huge thing that I really love and enjoy.
Yes. So I was just like, you know, it's another thing of me studying the greats, honestly.
Trying to include it into your own.
And make it
your own.
Exactly. Make it where it's authentic to me. Like I said, in this next project, the intro has a conversational. The last track, it doesn't have like an outro like this, like Texture Settings does. I know I'm spilling the beans, but it really brings you in when you hear the intro and then like play song to song to song. Like I said, people that I've sent it to already call it a masterpiece, call it a classic, say it's timeless, say it's every track hits, no misses. And like I said, I don't want to hype myself up. But I did put some time into it. I've been working on this project ever since I got back from Toronto. I recorded like 3 of the songs in Toronto. So Essence.
So for everybody, Textured Settings came out May 11th
of this year. Yeah.
May. We're in December right now, so it's
about 6 months, I think.
That's pretty. I don't want to say quick, but like for artists to release. Every artist is really different in how they release stuff.
Yeah.
But 6 months, I would say that's pretty quick to put together a project.
Oh, and people I think people are really gonna be impressed because it was really quick. And like I said, like it was from Texture Settings to this one, it's about 6 months. But when I really started working on this project was probably end of July, because 3 of the songs I recorded in Toronto when I went to Carabana. It was Queen Street West, Essence, and Menace. 3 songs I recorded in Toronto, and that's basically when I started.
So that's closer to 4 months of a creation process.
Yeah.
Really closer to 4 months.
Yeah, about 4 months.
And it's a 12-track project, by the way. He just released a track list yesterday.
Yeah.
12 tracks. That's a solid body of work. It's not. Textured Settings is great. That's like 7-8 songs. That's what a lot of projects I feel like around that half hour to 45 mark.
Yeah.
So 12 tracks, I imagine that's probably pushing over that. It's pushing to an hour.
Around there. And like I said, with Textured Settings, like what I try to do with albums always is like give different textures per song. So I don't like to have like repeated songs that sound the same.
They are all very different and unique in their own way.
Thank you. But this album, you're really gonna hear that. You're really even more than, because I feel like even when I like go back and listen to Texture Settings, I'm like, okay, like it, like each track is different, but it does give kind of like one vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like it's laid back, it's kind of calm. One directional as far as production, like there's not really too much like crazy difference.
Nothing goes too far left or anything. It's all sort of
this project
fits and works together.
It's still cohesive.
I was gonna say, I'm sure it still fits and works together, but there's more elements to it.
There's way more elements. It's almost like it's the perfect growth to me personally from a Texture Settings to this. I'm honestly scared with what I'm gonna drop next, because like this one is really good.
You gotta top it, right?
So I gotta like
figure out how to do that.
But I definitely for like 2023 I probably won't release an album. It'll be straight up singles and like just collaboration.
Interesting. Okay.
With other artists. Until I like, I don't know, you never know. I might come out with an album next year, but
it's not the plan as of right now.
It's not the plan. I don't force anything.
You want to push this project maybe? Let it.
Yeah, push both of them actually. Because Texture Settings is still doing really well. I feel like when this one comes out, it's just gonna put more light on my older one.
Exposure to more people, bring them back to the old stuff. Of
exactly.
Course,
so just like I said, like doing that, but this album, like I said, I just really touch on different things. You're gonna know that I'm a lover boy on this album. I talk about women a lot on this album. Honestly, like it's crazy that I was listening to it. I was like, damn, another chick song. But it's like in different ways. Some songs are talking about like, I've been with, I have women, you know what I'm saying? I talk about, the difficulties of like, chasing a dream, and then like your chick being mad because like not enough attention is being on her. So you're in a situation where it's like, you're trying to give her time, but you also know like you have to put in OT in order for your dreams to come true. And then like she tries to understand, but then like, she's still hurt about it. Then I have those tracks where like she basically thinks I'm a dog and stuff like that. We're arguing back and forth and kind of getting into it, but then like we kind of have like makeup sex and stuff like that. I talk about, I have songs where it's like we're in love. I have songs where it's like I see a chick and I'm like feeling her, and I want to get to know her more. Yeah, you know, it's just all that. And I also talk about my grind and myself too. But women are, you know, play a big part. I was raised by 3 women, so I definitely vocalize that in my music and everything I kind of do. Then, you know, I kind of show my grittier side too, because, you know, I do come from the trenches, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, the joint with Tally, you know, I kind of touch on, you know, like I move like a mob boss, you know what I'm saying? I don't really intervene and be in, you know, the chaos too much, only when it's necessary. You know,
snap your fingers, move your hat real quick,
whatever it be. you know, because people, you know, I want people to know too. I want people to get every element of me. You know what I'm saying? Like I am a ladies' man, but I'm definitely a real one. You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot to it.
Yeah,
a lot to
there's
Vino.
a lot. Yeah, I'm a real one. I'm a real man. I stand on my 10 toes, and I'm about anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm a respectable man. I'm a lovable guy. I'm a caring person. But if you want to take it there, you know, we definitely can. You will see that side as well.
Look out.
You know, it's both. It's both. You know, but I wanted to give people that. I wanted people to see that and you know, resonate. When
more sides of Vino.
Yeah.
Nice. I love it. It's self-titled album too, so that like gives more to it, shows, you know, like you said, your true authentic self. So be on the lookout for that December 20th. That's coming out less than 2 weeks away. Yes, I'm excited, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you.
So my camera died already, right? We ran out of video, but we're still here. We're still recording.
Yes,
but let's wrap it up now. I got a lot more questions for you, so be on the lookout for part 2, people. We're gonna have to get in again, and do a part 2. But
definitely, we definitely.
Before we get to my last question, little Blue Pan.
Hey, appreciate you, brother.
Food truck gift card, right? Get you some pizzas. We're gonna hook you up. Okay. This is a Detroit style pizza, so it's a pan pizza.
Okay.
You talk about you going to New York, you know about Sicilian pizza.
Oh, you already, New York, you already know. Like New York is low key becoming like a second home essentially. I mean, LA is.
Let's go.
But you know, I got mad love for New York. Shout out to all my niggas in Harlem. Shout out to all my guys in Brooklyn, my nigga Rel. You know what I'm saying? It's all love. Like New York has always shown me love, welcomed me with open arms. Like I said, I feel like I'm damn near from there. At this point, y'all go crazy with the pizza. You know, the 99-cent pizza.
It's serious.
When it's like 2:00 in the fucking morning. You know what I'm saying? And you hungry coming from the club or a show or whatever. The studio. You need that. You know what I'm saying? New York shows me love. Blue Pan Pizza, Detroit style pizza. I ain't never had that. So Detroit.
Bro, I'm gonna have to. All right, so we're putting you on now.
Yeah, seriously.
So Blue Pan Pizza, they got 2 locations in the city, and we just started a food truck this year.
Period.
So, you know, make sure you go wherever, but my guy Gary's on the food truck. Shout out my guy Gary.
Hey, Gary.
You know, he'll hook you up. Tell him DJ TMac sent you, all right,
you
everybody?
You already know. I got to, man. Yeah, I'm a definitely pull up because, like I said, you know, I've been in Y Pizza, you know, for the longest. I've even had Chicago. People be sheeping on Chicago too. You know what I'm saying? Deep dish, that shit fire.
Different. It's different.
You know, you gotta love cheese though, because that shit
it's loaded.
Definitely is loaded. But
it's loaded. I've been to Giordano's out here, honestly, the Chicago style pizza place. Not too impressed.
They got this one spot. I think it's called Paxies or something.
Yeah, you gotta give me something else, something
Hampton
off the chain.
University. Bro, they got deep dish pizza. Shit is fire. They do serve a lot of pork on their pizza. I don't personally eat pork. But as far as like their cheese deep dish, and I think they have like a beef deep dish. It's been a minute since I've been there.
Loaded up with veggies.
But
whatever it is.
Exactly. That's kind of my style.
So, you know, shout out Blue Pan. That's where I work. You know, Vino, he's gonna go get himself some good ass Blue Pan pizza. But what are your favorite places to eat in Denver or in Colorado in general? You know, it's called Conversations with TMac. The logo. We got half a record, half a pizza. Pizza's like my thing. So, number one, I'll ask you for, I guess, a pizza spot in Denver, and then just general food spots you like to go to.
Okay, so if we get pizza in Denver, let me think about it. Sexy Pizza is good.
Okay, I heard of that.
Cosmos always hits the spot. Like I said, Paxies is pretty good. Trying to think. Yeah, I would say Paxis is probably the best. It's off of Hampton and University near the King Supers. It's pretty good. That's probably my favorite pizza spot.
Okay, we got that noted.
Yeah, if we're talking restaurants in Denver, my favorite one. Oh, man.
We could get like a top 3, top 5.
Top
You know, we
three,
don't gotta
top
just go with
five
one.
of
Just
Denver?
shout them out. Let me know where I gotta go. I'm trying to get familiar with the town.
So, I got mad love for my yardies. You know what I'm saying? My Jamaicans. Those are my people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not Jamaican. I'm Italian, black. I'm a lot. I did my DNA ancestry. I got a lot of me. I'm not Jamaican though, but I got a strong connection with Jamaicans though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I got mad Jamaican friends, family, all that. So I got this spot called Reggae Pot, Jamaican Grill. It's off of University and I want to say like Dry Creek. It's right near my spot. I love their Jamaican beef patties. They have some pretty nice oxtails too. So if you're a yachty coming forward,
I'm gonna need to get some oxtail. You know, it's been a
if
while.
you're a yachty coming forward and get some oxtails, yes.
Come on.
So I'll say them. I got trying to think, man. Quality Italian. It's in Cherry Creek. They're
Okay.
fire.
I was gonna say, you just mentioned your Italian. Where's the Italian restaurant?
Yeah.
Man?
Quality Italian
Okay.
is a very, very exquisite place to get some food. They have a short menu, but everything on the menu
Fire.
hits. And then so I gave a Jamaican spot, I gave Italian spot. I love sushi. So I'm gonna give you another spot, Mizu.
Okay.
Yeah, it's I believe like Denver Highlands is where it's at.
Okay.
Phenomenal sushi, man. Phenomenal sushi. I love Mizu. Like, yeah, crazy spot. Japanese sushi spot. Top tier. They have the A5 beef Wagyu. That shit's like butter. It melts in your mouth, man. It low-key is high. Like, to even get a plate of like 6 strips is like damn near $200 off rib. So it's a lot, but it's worth it. It's worth it.
Hey, a place like that, they gotta have that quality. So
gotta
that's
have
what we
the quality. Yeah, so I would say those are like 3 that I really, especially like recently, that I've been hitting. But I'm a foodie. Like, I fuck with Shanahan's, Eddie V's.
Oh, I haven't been
to
there yet. I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah, Shanahan's,
Gotta
Eddie
go there.
V's. Eddie V's is literally like,
I passed Eddie V's. I dropped my girl off somewhere over there.
Yep.
And yeah, I passed that literally the past 2 weeks. I've been passing that.
Eddie
V's. All right, we're going,
is
babe.
where Eddie Merlot. People don't know about that. That's on Dry Creek.
What kind of food is Eddie V's?
It's like American, like USDA steak, like a steakhouse type thing. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Merlot, same type of vibe. Fleming's goes hard. I ain't gonna lie though, I like the Fleming's in Miami a little more than the one out here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when we go to
vibes.
Miami, we'll try that.
Yeah, when you go to Miami, definitely go to Fleming's. What was I gonna say? Shit, man. Yeah, those are probably my top 3.
That's a good start for us, man. That's a
Yeah,
good start for interview
Yardie
1.
spot, Italian spot, and the sushi spot. That's Vino. You feel me?
Holler. Yo, so a place I've been going to a few times. Every time I'm going down I-70 heading out west, I stop in Idaho Springs, and I've been going to Smoking Yard Barbecue.
I gotta try it.
Got to try it out. I think they have a spot here in Denver, but they got some really good wings. It's almost like a grilled, like charred wing.
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
and then they got their really dope sauces on the side. So
Hell
check that
yeah.
out. Smoking Yard Barbecue. All right, that's my new
Smoky
spot for
Yard.
everybody.
Hell yeah. No, I'm gonna
Idaho
definitely
Springs
try.
and in Denver.
Period. I'm gonna definitely try that out, Brad. That sounds fire.
Vino, like I said, I got a lot more questions for you, but we're gonna save it for number 2. I think we got big salute to Canna Wine Bar, for hosting us.
Yeah.
They're shutting down now, so we're gonna have to shut it down to too.
Oh yeah,
but
no, it's all good.
Vino, I really appreciate the time. Appreciate the
thank
insight.
you, brother, for real.
And I'm looking forward to it. Hey, less than 2 weeks, we got new music.
Yes, new music, new vibes. Like I said, I'm about to go to Miami in January. Bring forth a nice video with the beautiful, the most talented, man, she's a goddess, Bunny Lou, off the new album. Yeah, man, I'm excited. 2023 is just gonna be a lot more of what's already been done. A lot more Wine Wednesdays, a lot more shows.
Yeah, man, I'm at that next Wine Wednesday event.
Oh,
100%.
You gotta come.
200%.
You gotta come, man. Yeah, man. It's gonna be 2023. It's gonna be all that. I'm excited. There's a lot of work to be done. We've constantly been putting in work. We've been planting seeds. I kind of feel like these last few years of, like I said, just been years of just planting seeds, working, and now they're all, it's harvest season now. So 2023
harvest season. Talking about wine talk.
Yeah, y'all are gonna see it. Y'all are gonna see it. They always say, like, be so good they can't ignore you. And that's where I'm at with it. I'm coming for it all.
Fire.
Like I said, you have a lot of people talking about they the king of Denver and this, that, and the third. Like I said, I ain't on no cocky stuff. I ain't even like trying to be, no king. But people will know me for sure. The world will know me. 2023. I promise you that. I promise you that. We going to London next year. We're going to, it's getting bigger. Yeah, we got to collab with Nippa, City Boy Mo. We got some things shaking. I'm telling you, like I said, I don't want to be cocky, arrogant, nothing like that.
Let them know,
but
bro.
Where I'm
just
taking,
talk your talk.
Yeah, where I'm taking this shit, nobody in the city has took it. You know what I'm saying? We going overseas. I've been, we already in Canada. You feel me? Foundation is solid. We got a Wine Wednesday happening in Toronto. So yeah, like I said, we just bigging up. You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
Moving at our pace, not rushing nothing, moving efficiently. People would notice soon. Like I said, I don't have to say too much. I don't like to be in one of those people who say, oh, the city don't support me. Whoop-de-whoop. No, I get mad love. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, like I'm really outside. I really
we didn't even talk about it, bro. You opened up for Dani, Leigh.
Oh yes.
What the hell? That's kind of how like we got reconnected again. I was at this show with my girl, and they're like, opening up for Dani. It's Vitorio Vino. I'm like, I know Vino. What do you mean? What? What?
Yeah, man. Crazy experience. Shout out to Dani, Leigh, her team. It was a straight vibe. Yeah, they welcomed me with open arms, bro. I remember that. Literally, I got that show, bro, within like, I swear, because my brother Jalen, he got it for me. He got the show for me. He hit me up at so the show was Sunday. He hit me up Friday night asking if I would be down to do something like that. I'm like, yeah. He said he'll let me know. And literally Saturday night, we confirmed it. But yeah, shout out to her old team, bro. Like I remember I didn't even have a DJ. Her DJ was willing to DJ for me.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
I remember I went up to him and I was like, yo, bro, like my DJ, the sun came up. And shout out Chris Millie. That's my DJ.
Shout out to the DJs.
He was in Miami, and I was like, yo, bro, like, do you think you can do my set? And he was like, yeah, I got you. And I was like, bet.
Fire. He was awesome. I apologize. I forget his name, but he had really great energy and got the crowd hyped for the show, for real.
Oh, he had amazing.
His energy was crazy.
Oh, my God. He was phenomenal. He was like, let's cue up the songs. We queued up the songs. Even at sound check, I was doing sound check and people were coming up to me like, bro, you're fucking amazing. I was like, damn, thank you. And it was wild. So I do the show, right? He does my whole set, fucking kill it. Crowd loves it. We go backstage. He comes in the back room, hugs me, and is all like, bro, phenomenal fucking job. You killed that. He was like, thank you. it was an honor doing your set. And me, I'm all like, no, bro. Like,
Wait, what? It was an honor for you to
yeah,
help me do this
thank you for fucking being my DJ. What do you mean? Thank you. Like, no, you did me a favor. He was like, no, bro, you don't understand. You killed that shit.
Yeah.
He was like,
That was a fun performance.
He was like, that was a phenomenal job. Keep going. He said it was an honor for me to even do your set. He was all like, when you came and asked me to do your set, he was like, I already felt it in you, bro. He was like, I felt it in you. I sensed it in you. I already knew. That's why I said yes. I was like, yo, thank you. Shout out my boy Jay. For real. Yeah, but it was a crazy experience. That was, I'm not even gonna lie, that was the first time where I really felt like I had fucking fans.
Wow.
I'm not even lying.
And you were opening for somebody else. It wasn't like a show that you were doing where you're like, yo, all my people come out.
No.
You know, this is like
that was
thing.
the craziest thing, because literally I posted the flyer literally an hour before I went on.
I didn't see the flyer. That's why I was so surprised.
Yeah, people were all
literally
like,
came together last
people
minute.
were literally mad because they're like, bro, you didn't tell me about it. Like, I didn't know about this. I'm like, bro, I found out last minute.
I would have been upset.
The craziest thing though, so like I posted it like an hour before I went on, and mad people still bought a ticket and came out.
Fire.
I was like,
salute to all
what?
those people.
For
That's
real.
support.
I
Real
love
support.
my family. I don't even call them fans. They're my family. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, they came out and support last minute. I'm telling you, it was literally out like 45 minutes to an hour before I went on fucking stage. And the fact that
They were
like
there.
people came and bought tickets to come see me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is what I do this shit for. I'm speaking for y'all. I do this shit for y'all. I love y'all. You know, I'm just a voice that represents y'all because y'all don't know how to say it. So I'm just that person to say it for you so you can resonate. You know what I'm saying? And cope and get through life. But yeah, man, that Dani Leigh, like, shout out Dani Leigh, one, for giving me that opportunity, her whole team. It was incredible, bro. It was incredible. Like, that definitely was a pivotal point in my career as an artist, because there was mad people. I gained mad fans. It was everything and more. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I would, like, if I could relive that again, I would. You know what I'm saying? Like, that night was magical. Mad love. I'm appreciative of everything, man. That definitely knocked me up a few levels.
Wow, that's great to hear.
Because it was literally, I opened up and she performed right after.
Yeah.
So it was only us two.
I was literally looking for an opener on her poster, on her social media. I was looking for an opener because usually I've been to a lot of shows. There's local people that open, whether they're the first person or the fifth person. Like, there's openers. So I'm like, there's got to be somebody. Oh, it's just Dani Leigh. Okay, that's fine. Hey, Vino's coming out. Fire, man. Fire.
You already know.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you,
It
brother.
speaks to the type of artist and person you are, that you posted that an hour before and people still came out.
Bruh.
And that speaks to the fans as well. So salute to the fans that came out
Literally.
and supported independent art, because that is what I am all about. That's the only type of people that I interview.
Hell yeah.
That's the music
And
that I
thank you,
buy all
brother,
the
for
time.
real.
Oh, no worries, bro. No, like, you don't even have to thank me. This is, I've been thanking you the whole time, because it's great to, get some time with an artist or just somebody who has a unique perspective and ideas. So
Thank you, brother.
thank you, bro. Thank you for coming out.
Appreciate that, man. For
We
real,
here
for real.
once again. Shout out Canna Wine Bar. Thank you so much for hosting us.
Yes. Thank you, Canna
And-
Wine Bar. Shout out to y'all. We'll be back.
We'll be back
Part
for
two.
sure.
We got more to talk about. It's been a phenomenal.
I got a lot
discussion
more
with my
questions,
boy,
like I said.
TMac.
Hell yeah.
You know, we live in the building, man. We finally sat down, got together. We just gonna keep running it up, man. For real.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
My man Vino.
Hey, my guy. Yes, sir.
Let's go. Part 2 coming soon.
Been million-dollar convos with my niggas, what you talking? Suggest you listen up, cause this game don't come too often. This year's about expansion as a restart and a broaden. It's a must we take precaution, cause niggas envy and will seek to your coffin. And I just wanna be bottle popping, Bugatti shopping, company by two models who I got saliva swapping. They keep on calling me daddy, but I've done no adoption.